Okay, there we go. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for showing up. Uh, we will do our presentation for our current project that we under contract. Uh, and we should be in good shape by the time that we will finish capital raising. Before we will do, actually, I have 4.5 minutes video that's generated by AI based on our presentation. If I would be lazy, that would be more than enough to start and finish all presentation, but it's for entertainment purposes only. And we will do full presentation after that 4.5 minutes. Let's start it.
This video introduces an investment opportunity in the Pines at Richmond, a 60-unit workforce housing acquisition located in Texarkana, Texas. The project offers a 7% preferred return and a projected annualized return of 17 to 20%, with a target closing date of September 15, 2026. Please note this legal disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes only and does not constitute an offer to sell securities. All investments involve risk, and interested parties should review the full private placement memorandum before making any financial decisions. The team behind this acquisition includes Roman Kirshner, the managing partner at Realty Genie, LLC, who oversees strategy and deal execution, and operating partner Alexander Kislitsky, who manages day-to-day property operations and improvements. The management team is further supported by Tim Lovelace, Inessa Galuzina, and Sergio Menino. Each brings specialized experience in real estate syndication, accounting, information technology, and asset management to ensure the project's success. The team holds an unfair advantage in Texarkana due to their established local presence. This includes deep market intelligence, existing vendor relationships, proven property management performance, and a strong network of local brokers for future opportunities. Texarkana offers a strong micro-location for this investment. Market highlights include a growing city population of over 36,000, a median household income of over $50,000, and a decreasing crime trend, making it a stable environment for workforce housing. The Pines at Richmond is a 60-unit workforce housing community featuring classic, older vintage construction. The site is well positioned near schools and retail, with planned operational improvements for the pool, fitness center, and laundry amenities. The unit interiors feature large, spacious floor plans, ideal for workforce families. The current plan involves a moderate renovation strategy to gradually increase rents, targeting a two-bedroom rate of approximately $1,199 per month. Community amenities are a focal point for operations. Following the acquisition, the team plans to modernize the fitness center and ensure all facilities, including the swimming pool and private laundry, are fully functional to boost occupancy and reputation. The market analysis shows a solid foundation for this workforce housing asset. With a stable employment landscape and local job growth in key sectors like trade and healthcare, the property is well positioned to serve the median income rental demographic. VLS Holdings carefully assesses potential risks, including infrastructure needs for older buildings, local rent ceilings, and macroeconomic headwinds. These risks are mitigated through conservative underwriting, strong debt coverage, and a focus on essential workforce housing. For a $100,000 investment, this offering provides a 7% preferred return over a 5-year hold period. The waterfall structure prioritizes the return of capital to limited partners before cash flow is split between the sponsor and the investors. The capital stack is composed of a $2.25 million loan assumption and $1.3 million in investor capital. This structure leverages a long-term, fixed-rate debt position with strong debt service coverage, providing a stable foundation for the project's execution. Risk mitigation strategies include conservative vacancy assumptions, clear execution levers for operations, and substantial capital reserves. The project is designed to be resilient, even in the event of moderate revenue declines. The exit strategy focuses on a sale in year 5, with alternatives such as refinancing or potential portfolio sale. This approach allows for flexibility based on market conditions, ensuring the team remains responsive to opportunities to deliver value to investors. Velas Holdings prioritizes investor transparency through comprehensive quarterly reporting. Investors receive detailed profit and loss statements, balance sheets, and rent rolls within 45 days of quarter end. Additionally, quarterly distributions are paid out, and all documentation is securely accessible through the online investor portal. This is an exclusive investment opportunity with limited availability on a first-come, first-served basis. with a minimum investment of $50,000. We invite you to secure your allocation today. Please contact Roman Kersner or Alexander Kislitsky, or visit the Veles Holdings portal for more information.
Okay. All right, that was a short version of that overview of our presentation, and let me just switch it to the full presentation view, and we'll see if we can do that. Yeah. All right, let me just do it from the beginning. Okay, if everyone can see that? All right. From the beginning, okay. So again, that's a 60 units, working class, type C property, type C plus plus neighborhood, and we acquiring that is an important point from the very beginning at assumption loan. Anyone who wants to step in and buy it without assumptions, it's not going to work. That's our must. That's one of our biggest must. So a legal disclaimer, I don't want to spend time on that because we already showed that on the video. It's not for selling any securities, and everyone should consult their own tax advisors and accountant. That's me. I'm doing this full time since 2005. Before that, I used to be mechanical engineering when they moved that business to Mexico, became computer programmer. They moved that business to India, and fully involved in multifamily since 2017. Have experience in management, have experience in underwriting, searching for new properties and new opportunities. Another partner of ours that today is present from JFK Airport, Alex Kislitsky. Alex, go ahead.
All right. How you doing, guys? That's really nice to meet you all in here. A little bit about myself. I'm a full-time real estate investor, and I'm doing it like literally full-time for the past 7 years. About me, I've been working for the one of the biggest construction company as a general manager in Manhattan for superstructure for the 10 years, as well as I had my own construction company for 5 years. I also been managing building 42 unit apartment complex in New York. Also, I did 14 ground up construction in the state of Pennsylvania. So basically I was buying land, completely building a house, and then I was selling right after the COVID, as well as I did 23 flips, fixer uppers for the past 5 years, and been doing a multifamily for the past 3.5 years. And I was blessed with the right team, and here we are at this point. That's pretty much I can say about myself.
All right, thank you very much. Another three people not present today because they still working. Two of them. Tim Lawless, he is local in Texas. He has quite a few units in Houston area, about three, I believe it's 300 or 400 units. Inessa, she's our partner. She's still working in corporate world, and for yeah, and she has knowledge in accounting, and also has a knowledge in multifamily investment. She's our partners in different projects. Sergio Manina, he resigned in Pennsylvania. He is licensed real estate professional with more than 10 years experience, and he also doing real estate full time. So what it says that quite a few people, it's not part-time job, it's not a hobby, it's a full-time business. We're doing it 24/7. Our track record can show on our website, which is Veles Holdings. We can see it, we can check it. We have properties in Pennsylvania, we have properties in Illinois, and since last year we have properties in Texas. And we love to move full operation to the south, to the Texas, because it's a lovely state. We have already experience in that, and we know how to operate there. So our unfair advantage is like it's a continuation of what I'm saying. We do have 22 units in the same city, of Texarkana. We know city very well. We've been there a couple times already. We have our management who already visit the properties, this new one, 60 units. We have great relationship with the management company. We hold in weekly meetings with the management company, up to date every week for last almost a year. And what we say usually on our management call, that a real estate business, if it's working, it's a really boring business. So we're trying to bring it to the boring stage when we don't have to see management company and they don't want to see us. So we're always laughing, but in the sense, it's the reason of very well run machine. We also have construction crew that already inspect the property on empty units. They gave us a preliminary quote on how much they're going to charge for renovation, and they can turn it around really fast. I will talk about it a little bit later on. We're also having our brokerage company who works with us, and it's been actually as in the book. We bought the one property, and broker called us back and said, "This is off-market property. I want you to take a look at this property before I can list it." So the property is not listed. We took it. Surprisingly enough, it's a small world. We also know the sellers. It's by accident. It's not by mean of anything, but it happens. It's always surprising. The Texarkana itself, let's just take a look at the market. Texarkana, it's right on the border between Texas and Arkansas. Main street, it's physically dividing city between Arkansas and Texas. Only good point, and it's only point in the United States that post office in Texarkana serves 2 states with the same zip code. Population is a little bit more than $36,000. MSA population about 145, 160, 150. It's located about 2.5 hours from Dallas on the northeast. Rental population about 43%, and medium home value about $156,000. It's the trend for the crime, like every city has the crime rate, it goes down by 18% year over year. The property is 60 units built in 63 and was redeveloped in 85, I believe, after 76 anyway. The location of this property is much even better than what we have right now, even though that we're not complaining about our existing location, and the one that we have doing really well. A few of you basically right now on this call is our partners on that property anyway. This one is in proximity to the college. As you can see, it has a swimming pool, and it's garden style and townhome community. And that's the view of rent-ready units. That's already actual. We took that picture from apartments.com. You can also take a look at that. All 60 units are comprised of 2-bedroom apartments. The only difference in size and number of bathrooms. It has 1, 1.5, and 2 bathrooms. That's how it looks like from the garden view. Where our basically underwriting based on our conservative approach and an analysis of the area. It's unemployment, it's population growth, and it's salary. It shouldn't be not less than $45,000 on income. Target occupancy 90%. That's what market is telling us, and that's what analysis we did already. That's a quick overview of what I said already on market analysis. Slight population growth, decent size of people making between $50,000 and $75,000. It has manufacturing, it has educational, it has medical facilities. So it's nice and lovely city and a life city. Under our risk analysis, we include budget for more than $100,000, even though that our contractor said that each unit might have $5,000 to $6,000 of renovation cost. Why I'm saying that? Because the property is 77% occupied, which is in terms of units, 14 units are not occupied. They need to. It's a slight renovation. It's not full renovation. One of the unit needs to be fully renovated, and it's been priced at about $10,000. So our capex is more than enough to cover all that expenses. We have our current loan interest, that assumption loan, at 5.3%, with 6 years remaining interest-only payments, which is great if you know what you're doing with that. So it will allow us to stabilize the property, bring it to 90%, and in the meantime, we'll be able to pay our investors at least 7% cash on cash year over year. Our target is 5 years holding period with absolutely ability to either refinance it or either to sell it, and that's another risk mitigation that we're taking. Property tax shows about 3% increase, even though that on our underwriting we did include 20% day one. We're trying to be really conservative. So based on $100,000 investment, each year the investor will get $7,000. The GP-LP split 70-30. 70% goes to limited partners and 30% of equity goes to general partners. And which will it calculates for about 20% cash on cash. 20% return, annualized return. And that's sources and uses. The existing loan is 2.256, originated in 2019, and which will be turned to maturity in 2032. So it has another 6 years of interest-only payments. The monthly debit service is about $10,000. We feel comfortable about that. We will have to come up with about 30% down. Everything else of our cost is included in this slide. Our underwriting based on 14% vacancy that we believe that we can achieve really fast, based on our experience with current management and the view of the view of the management of this property at this point. Because when our management visited the property and they met with the current management company, they even didn't know which units are vacant, which units are occupied. When they send us the picture and the units been vacant for 2-3 months, normally, if it will be normal operation, the management company would at least clean it up from the garbage from previous tenant. It was filthy. It has nothing to do with the repair works. It's a minimal repair works, but it shows us how the current management doing business. It's a completely mismanaged property. It's also been admitted by the sellers that I know personally for the last 7 years. We're trying the exit strategy. We can be a little bit creative. We valued it about $4.5 million in year 5, based on organic increase in rent and keeping occupancy about 14%. Vacancy about 14% all these 5 years. We can refinance it. We can return the investment to our investors. We can do early sale 3 to 4 years, or we can sell it as a portfolio with our existing 22 units. How are we going to communicate? Because people should feel confident that we're not running away, because we in this particular city already we're doing like a distribution quarterly. Every year, our investors will be receiving K1 for their own returns, tax returns. We are available all the time. We will give quarterly updates if needed. Last time, me and Alex were sitting on our investors call after second or third quarter, and nobody did show up. Nobody did show up, and I was curious why people not showing up. And that's Alex admitted it's a good point, because if you're paying money all the time, every time, who cares? If you will not be paying money, they will come after you at night, and which is true, which it's kind of compliments. All right.
Basically, we're trying to make sure this business become boring.
Yeah.
Like
Idea
when
is
it's
to
boring,
make it
then it's good.
idea is to make it boring. So this is end of presentation. Minimum investment that we're looking for, it's $50,000. We will not shy away from less, but it doesn't make sense to investors, because if you're talking about $20,000, 7% probably will not even hit your bank account that you can see. You can take our QR code, that's our personal information. We're trying to close it out on September 15th, if everything goes right. At this point, like I said before, we under contract, but the time didn't start kicking in because we're waiting for the full package of due diligence item, and that was one of the biggest argument with the seller, because they gave us 30 days of due diligence. But we insisted that due diligence starts only when we will receive all the listed documents of due diligence. So we technically signed the contract on 15th, but today is 23rd. We not even start doing due diligence, even though that we're working on documents that we have. Thank you very much. I'm done with that. If anyone have questions, let me know. Should I stop sharing? Should I keep?
I have a question.
Sure.
My name is Nick, by the way.
Hi, Nick. Nice to see you.
I usually invest with my wife. She's not here, but so I jumped on the call to see what's going on.
Sure.
You said that there was $5,000 to $6,000 in light lift in each unit, if I was correct.
That's what we're experiencing from current management company and contractors. Our management company keeps expenses at 23% throughout this year.
Right. And can I ask what that lift and what you guys are going to entail in that lift in each unit? And like, has there been any thought to any mold remediation in the units, or has there been any testing for mold in the units?
Great question. Thank you. And to answer that question, we will be doing our physical inspection once we will be receiving all documents. We'll schedule the flight. We know the inspection company, they're doing a great job. We will be doing environmental and physical inspection, and we will ask them also to do scope of sewage system.
Okay. Yeah, because the mold would be a serious situation, especially because it's an older property and you don't know what's sitting behind the walls. That's why I was asking.
Absolutely. And I don't want to guess. I'd rather be paying. Usually we pay for inspection about between $55 to $75 per unit. But the guys from the last time that we used them, it was 22 units. We asked them to do 100% inspection on 22 units. And normally, from my experience, because I've been doing it for quite a long time, it's 2-3 guys showing up, and they can do quick walkthrough with indicating each unit. It takes like 2-3 hours. These guys start at 9 o'clock. By 6 o'clock, I was exhausted, and I said, I cannot stay with you anymore. They said, don't worry, we'll finish and we will give you a report. I love those guys. I love them.
Sweet. Okay. Yeah. That's all the questions I had at my thing. I appreciate your presentation. That was really cool. Did you make that with AI? that presentation?
This one partially made by PowerPoint presentation, converted to AI presentation, and video was made based on that PowerPoint slash AI. It doesn't take too much time anyway. To
Yeah,
convert
no.
it to video, it takes like 5 minutes. You just have to
Fair.
choose the voice that you like. That's all.
Okay, cool. And are you the sponsor on this too as well, or are you just raising money for it, or are you the
No, speaking of which, I am qualified for Freddie Mac loans. I do have Freddie Mac loan in Chicago area done by CBRE, and this loan, by the way, is also done by CBRE. So
Sweet.
acquisition, it's a different story. Yeah, you have to be qualified to acquire the loan. I
Sure.
hope that we will not have any problems. If we will be having any problems, we're still looking for GP partners who will be putting themselves in order for us all to qualify for assumptions. Yeah, and it's a great question actually, because that's our biggest concern. We have to know what the CBRE will be asking in terms of acquiring assumption. I'm sorry, assumption. We know
Sweet.
that we will have to pay an application fee about 1%. We already paid our EMD money, $30,000+. That's our money. We cannot take those money from investors. That's our skin in the game at this point. Obviously, we will be paid for inspection. Obviously, we will be paid for traveling, lodging, and all that. That's coming out of our packet.
And if I was correct, you said that you're local with this area too?
Yep. No, I am in New York.
Oh, you're in New York. Okay.
I'm in New York. Alex in Pennsylvania. One gentleman, he's in Houston. It's about 4.5, 5 hours drive. So he kind of local, but I can be in Texarkana much faster than he can come from Texas.
Sweet.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah.
that's all the questions I had.
And I feel really comfortable to be out of state owner. We tried it a long time ago. We had properties in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia region, and I was doing that back and forth traveling for 10, 15 years. I was managing about 55 doors by myself, so I know how to deal with people and toilets, which I don't like. But then we sold everything for purpose of basically checking if the opportunity is solid and you can operate to be out of state. So we sold everything in Philadelphia and moved about 4.5 hours down to Harrisburg, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So I've been in New York. That's the place where we're having property. I've been there probably 2 to 3 times for the last 5 years. I feel comfortable.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, it's nice to meet everybody. I'm kind of fairly new to I'm not new to investments, but I'm fairly new to this type of investment. So it's really interesting stuff. And I'm not even sure like what questions to ask. So I'm just kind of
No,
like
you're asking the right questions anyway. Any questions can be, because even for newbie, that people can learn from that anyway. It's all good because we're trying to be on the same level. You want to deal with what we say, multifamily is a contact sport. You have to make a contact.
Sure.
Also, always I wanted to say, don't be shy to ask the questions. There is no such as stupid questions for sure. You know, whatever you're interested, that's why we're here. Whatever bothers you or you got something in your mind, go ahead, cut it out.
You said that there was the primary work employment situation was healthcare there.
It's one of the military facility. Another one is doing tires, like a Goodyear, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. They have a college. The property located a few blocks from the college, the Texarkana College. You can take a look on that one in the map. Let me just see if I can print the first one, so you will see the address. Yeah, 1915 Richmond Road. So, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's C plus area. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The demo,
Also, we had our property management company over there, and she looked at the property as well as like I asked her a question, what's your personally thinking about what we have? What you think about the area? She was like, it's awesome, it's perfect. Especially like there's a swimming pool over there, so we got a lot of potentials to do. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Yeah, for this type of property, 60 units, it's kind of borderline when you have to have payroll, or you might not have
right,
payroll. Even
right,
though that the current owners, they do have a payroll, even though nobody does anything, but they keep the payroll open. And
right.
it's about $50,000, $45,000 expense. Our manager said that she doesn't need payroll, she can manage it without it. But
Mhm.
in our underwriting, we still put like 30,000. So to
Is
see,
it gonna, is the property management gonna be on site, or is it gonna be like AI keyless entry type of go tour yourself type of situation?
it is an office there, like a management office.
Mhm.
I think that at the very beginning, probably we can put people there for probably 2, 3 times a week, just to
Mhm.
see how that's going to go. Maybe we will transfer that management office into the uh, gym. I'm not sure yet. But,
Yeah.
Right.
And how is the
Oh,
maintenance going to be dealt with? Is that going to be an on-site maintenance
yeah,
crew, or
yeah.
is that like, okay.
This
So it's
property,
not going to
this
be like,
property physically, it's located about a mile and a half from our existing one.
right. So it won't be like a handyman type of situation. It'd be on-site property to deal
Yeah,
with.
they have crew that they can hire.
Mhm.
They have third party construction company that they invited. What is
also, we
I forgot to tell you one small interesting twist in this development. On 22 units, we tried a new approach, and 3 out of 22 units are Airbnb. We try, and we thought for at the very beginning, but that it's not a good idea to have people in and out every night. But
Mhm.
we set up the rules for our management to rent it out for at least 3 to 5 nights, and it's doing amazing things. It's always occupied, and by our calculation, even if it's 50% occupied, it's already covered more than monthly rent. So
Oh, that's
because it
great.
is proximity to the college, we think maybe we can try to do the same thing with the new units.
Are you guys going to have like any community events, and have
Yeah,
you thought about like money and stuff like that allocated towards community events, maybe, some pool parties, some barbecues, that kind of thing
that
kind
can yeah that can be that will be done out of cash flow, by the way, because it should be healthy cash flow. And yes,
of.
yes, it's a thing that we discuss in amongst ourselves. So at least we can show up. At least we will be welcoming everyone. At least the people should know that they've been taken care of.
All right. And like you say, it's near the college. What's the demographic of the occupancy now? Is there a lot of college students that are there now
No,
occupying the place? Or
not really, not really, because again, the management company didn't rent it out for a long time. Nothing, no
uh,
changes in the rent for a long time, and it's a part of portfolio for the seller that they trying to sell, and it's
mhm.
a small one, so they didn't pay too much attention until they decided they want to take the money out and move to another project, but. From what you see, and if you can calculate fast, they have existing loan 2.25. So it
Mm.
means that on the top of 2.25, they put at least 30% down. So it's coming 2.9 thousand, right? I mean, $1 million. We buying it at 3.25. So they probably making a couple hundred, but it's not a huge turnaround for them.
Do you plan on offering any furnished units?
Furnish, yeah, as an Airbnb, yeah.
Like just a few units
Yeah,
like that.
or short-term rentals, kind of, not
Short term rental.
Airbnb, but at least one of our clients, it's on 22, he is coming every month for 12 nights straight. He is
Mm.
here today and he already booked for August.
That's great. Yeah, that's
So
great.
people like that, that's always welcome.
Yeah.
Our fear were that if it will be one night stand, so I don't want to make any assumptions, but people, instead of going to overnight in hotel, they will be using it for one night stand in our community, and I don't like it.
Yeah, that's not. Just to kind of keep this topic going is, I live in Las Vegas,
Mhm.
and I live in a 240 unit. It's brand new. It's by a guy named Philippe who did this property here. It's an all AI, 120 units hotel, 120 unit residence,
Mhm.
and then it has 6 retail spots too as well over here. So I'm kind of sitting in the middle of their lease up and their stabilization of what's going on right here. I see a lot of things that are happening, and I'm in the middle of it with my wife. We're watching like everything go wrong and then everything be fixed, and then like literally the furniture, all of it being broken and taken outside, all these expenses and stuff. And so I look at this as, when I'm looking at multifamily, I'm looking at, how different people are approaching their business model when they have, they're looking to buy something or they're looking to take over something. I just, there's obviously some traditional things that you do in doing a light lift and those types of things, but also like, is there any like game plan to bring the entire property, into more,
Yeah.
what would you say?
We can do it naturally and we can do it artificially. It
Mhm.
depends. It will depend on our occupancy. If we will reach 90+% occupancy, yes, we can do it one by one, upgrading the units if it will be justifiable by the rent. Because
Right.
the simplest thing is to do, especially in Texas, there's no
Mhm.
rent control. So you can jump up the rent by, let's say, $200, stay or pay. So if people will not stay, they will vacate. We can take it over and renovate.
Okay.
But again, it just should be dictated by the market, because I don't want to renovate for no reason, just for the sake of making it looks good.
Sure.
It's a machine that should work.
Yeah. Just one other question about the physical aspects of the property. Um, uh, does it have AC window units? And if it does, are you going to, in the lift, convert that to, central AC? What's your situation with that?
From our experience right now, 22 units, they have wall units.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing maintenance of those. We're changing filters. We're doing little maintenance to keep those units. For in a year, we had to change that just one unit, so it's justifiable. Again, everything should be dictated by the price that we can
Sure.
jump on. If we can increase the rent by $200, and we have to spend, let's say, $10,000 on renovation, it's not. I always saying it's not justifiable by increasing rent by $200, but it's
All right.
called return on repairs. By doing $200 rent bump, you're increasing price of the whole property.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
not you're not you're not talking about returning that $10,000, but you're talking about increasing price on the property.
Yeah. Right. Well, it sounds good. Okay. Yeah, that's all. All right. That's all the questions I have at the moment.
Good.
If, you
No
know,
problem. No problem.
it's really
Anyone?
interesting to me.
Yeah. You have my email address if you will need anything, we can communicate.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna come back on, and if I could get this sent to me, I need to have my wife watch it with me. So
Yeah,
that's why I'm kind of asking these questions right now, so she can see this and I
sure.
can show it to her and we can kind of talk more about it. And then if we have any more questions, I gotta go pick her up actually, but if I have any more questions, I can contact you guys.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you
Absolutely.
very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Also,
The
Nick, we're gonna hold another Zoom meeting next Thursday as well.
So
So
we
she's
schedule it
able,
for
she
every
can join
Thursday.
us. Mhm.
Okay.
yeah, Nick,
We are very transparent,
Nick, before
Yeah.
you leave, can I ask you? You said something about this is not related to the presentation, but this all AI property that you're on.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
everything is done through AI, all the locks and all of your packages, everything that's in this whole thing is all tracked through AI. It's like pretty incredible the way they kind of did it.
It's
Um,
basically a proper management application made by AI, and it's sometimes it does work good.
yeah, it's got some bugs in it. I'm watching what's going on here. But it's really cool to watch the situation. I could probably explain it more on a different call and like
That's
if
okay.
you want.
No worries. Yeah, I don't want to take up time on this call. Just a general idea.
But yeah, it's the way that all of the servicing and everything is being done, it's all through AI. It's, you know,
Nice.
data
Nice. Cool.
collection and all whatever they're doing.
AI, I have one word for AI: trust but verify. AI
Yeah.
can hallucinate all the time. Depends on prompt that you put it in.
Yeah. My goal here is to become the music director of Autonomous for all 40 properties.
Nice.
They do a lot of
Nice.
events and different musical stuff and all kinds of things here. So
And, and,
it's
and
really
you
fun to be here and watch what's happening.
and you can do marketing using AI. It doesn't
Yeah,
cost a lot.
yeah, absolutely. So, well, it's nice meeting everybody. I really
Thank you.
appreciate this and filling me in with everything. And if I have any more questions, I'll get back to everybody. I want to get back to everybody anyway, so I'll say hi and it's nice to meet everybody as well too.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Okay,
Thank you.
everybody
Yeah,
You
I
have
can,
a
have a
good day.
I have just a couple of questions here. I
sure.
think Nick asked all the really good questions here, but let me just ask a couple of questions
Yeah.
here. So I guess you had mentioned something about the current property management versus so you guys have a new property management, or can you explain the situation there?
Yeah, we're thinking of changing current property management with our property management.
Oh, okay,
From
Yeah.
22 units, I'm sorry
Yeah,
to interrupt. Okay, I got it.
yeah.
Right.
So
No,
I'm
good.
Basically,
sorry.
basically, this is the situation. The previous owners, they had nationwide property management company, which doesn't really have presence on a spot over there. So since our management company perform excellent, we're gonna be definitely putting them in, and they literally 10 minutes away from the property, so which is absolutely benefited. And
Even
they
though
performing on our 22 unit
e-
property. They did like really great job. So
even though that probably few of you knows, change in management is a disaster. It is
Hmm.
disaster. At the very beginning, it might take months or two until because tenants will be creative. I can guarantee. They can tell you, we paid to this guy, we paid to that guy, they owe us money. It is disaster. But I'd rather be taking that disaster than having management that doesn't do anything anyway.
Okay. All right. So then the question that I had was, can you tell me a little bit more about the loan? You said there's a current loan on it which matures in 6 years.
Yeah.
And so how does that whole structure work when you take over the property now?
So basically, we have to be. It's called assumable loan. It's non-recourse, which is great. So no personal liability. On the corporation that owns the property will be on the loan. It has 10. It was originated back in 2019, and it has another 6 years of interest-only payment. So we will be paying only interest. We will not be paying principal, which is good, and that's what I keep saying. It's good if you know what you're doing. We will be using that time to stabilize the property and be able to pay our investors day one. If it wouldn't be assumable loan, the current rate right now it's 6.6 between 6.5 to 6.75. But because the occupancy is low, you cannot take any agency loan. The loan that you will be taking, if you let's say you come in and buying this property, you will be coming with the bridge loan, and bridge loan at this point is 9 to 10%, which can be for 2 years with different options, but it's not sustainable. And 9% mortgage on this property will not cash flow positive ever.
Okay. So the only thing that you need to do basically is you need to raise money for the down payment then.
Yeah,
That's all it is?
Yeah, yeah.
You don't need to actually work with the lender to get the loan then, because you're going to assume this loan.
A loan already exists. We need just to cover that the existing gap between what they have in our and the asking price, plus 1.3 is going to closing cost and the capex and our acquisition.
Okay, all right. That's all I have, guys.
No
But
problem.
the other thing is that if I could get the deck, that would be great.
Yeah, we will send you this presentation and deck itself.
Okay, all right.
I don't know if you want to have it in PowerPoint presentation or PDF.
Yeah, I think PowerPoint would be good. A little easier to just
Yeah,
to read through and
I
study
will
it.
see if the size of the file will allow us to send it over the email, or maybe you can
Okay.
share it from the drive anyway.
Do you have my email, or should I put it in the chat?
Well, you can put it on. But I can find it. We did send you email, so I have it on my spreadsheet.
No. I didn't get it here from an email. I got here through the school group.
Oh, okay,
So
all right.
I'll put it in here. I'll put it in here.
So you're in school with more?
School. That's the school group. The SKOOL. The school
Yeah,
group.
I know, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
community is ORA probably. Mhm.
Oh, okay. No, it's with Matt. I think it's a CRE group, something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Mhm.
We are in few communities.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Just put it in the chat box. For those who
Yeah, I
want
got
to
it.
take all information from that chat box, it's very easy. Maybe people don't know, but if you will see, that's a click on three dots on your chat, and you can save chat actually. Yeah. All right. Anyone else?
Yeah,
Toshiba?
I have a question. So do you currently have a fund manager?
Yeah. No, you mean
Okay.
property manager? Yeah.
No, a fund manager. Fund.
We're not creating fund for that. It's just simple
Okay.
syndication.
Okay. Got it.
If you have funds and you can put money through the funds, we will welcome you.
Okay.
It-
All right. And about how long will it be in order to get the presentation? So PDF is fine for me to receive it.
Yeah.
So just wanted to see how soon we can get that so I could share with some of my
Sometime tomorrow I will be able to do it because I have to process it from this presentation to YouTube because the file size will be manageable.
Okay.
Because right now it's going to be more than 200 megabytes.
Right. No problem. All right. I think that's it. It was pretty straightforward and sounds good. Great presentation.
Thank you, Toshiba. We'll be in touch. Thanks a lot.
Okay. All right, everyone. Have a good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Лана,
Да.
Yeah, I'm here. Good night. Thank you.
все, мы можем перейти на русский.
Спасибо. Рома, когда надо вообще деньги?
Все.
Когда вы...
Даже если бы сейчас захотели дать, не возьму.
Ну, я поняла, потому что у вас нет, наверное, еще...
Ну, конечно, мы еще не сделали LLC,
Да,
мы
я
еще не
это
открыли
поняла.
аккаунт. У нас есть время как минимум еще месяц-полтора.
Вот это вот, ну, я просто хочу быть готова, так сказать, к этому моменту, потому что в прошлый раз я была, так сказать, в конце паровоза.
Ничего. Все нормально, все хорошо.
Спасибо, Ром.
Вот, если какие вопросы, вы знаете, как меня найти.
Да, ну я, в принципе, спросила все вопросы, вы мне ответили в email, так что all is good. So, я так поняла, что вы будете менять, потому что occupancy is low, so вы
Ну
поменяете.
да, но не имеет смысла никакого держать никого, потому что это complete disaster.
Ром, можно спрошу про другую property? Вы ее продаете, да?
Которая чикагская?
Да.
Да, Бирнхэм продаем, да. У нас назначено на 18 августа. Человек, который... Ой, сейчас я отключу рекординг, я извиняюсь.
Хорошо, пожалуйста.